What would happen if everyone over 70 died tomorrow? All the 69-year-olds would get really nervous. The President of the United States and a lot of other world leaders would be dead. There would likely be a few significant power struggles that would cause some short-term unrest in the financial markets. There would instantly be a shortage of burial accessories and machinery to perform them. The cost of granite/marble would skyrocket and a general slowdown in the mining/quarry industry globally. There would likely have to be a mass grave situation in most smaller and impoverished countries and communities. A lot of pharmaceutical companies would go bankrupt. There would be a mass reduction in staff of most hospitals and elder care facilities. A vast majority of the world's wealth will be infused into government coffers due to death and inheritance taxes. A new generation of people would find themselves very wealthy all of a sudden. Sugar babies would likely riot. Among other things. I would be sad because of my grandparents. Decent people. The people who love them would miss them. I'd be back to fucking haunt you. 700+ million people dying would overload our capability to deal with the bodies. The year was 2023. Changes in cosmic radiation caused the human genome to mutate and flip a kill switch on anyone that had reached 70 Earth years old, popping their telomeres and unraveling their DNA like spaghetti. Panic and confusion set in, and within days, the horror of the stench drove people to madness. We burned bodies for days while the militaries of the world stood over their respective populations, demanding them to work around the clock. Some days I still feel the heat of those fires on a hot summer afternoon. Nothing could have prepared us for what came next. 365 days later, it happened again. All structure broke down and everyone just stopped caring. Humans broke out into tribes based on generations. Bodies rotted in the open, disease was rampant, and house pets had become feral hunters as ruthless as the roaming bands of former suburbanite marauders they once considered their masters. It's been 8 years since that day. My Nana would die and that would be sad, sad face. It's her birthday Saturday, so she'd never make it to 94. The villages would be wiped out. I'd get my inheritance much sooner. This isn't a good thing. I lost my mom at 26, she was 58, and I'll be losing my dad in the next year, he's 89, both to cancer. I'm not ready to lose him just yet. Lots of grieving people, even more people scared they are next and demanding answers yesterday. Utter chaos trying to bury so many people at once. Layoffs at retirement centers. We could stop worrying about how to fund Social Security. Mass graves for millions of corpses that would be decaying in homes and streets with no capacity for coroners and cemeteries to take them fast enough. US politics would be interesting. Butterscotch stocks would plummet. We'd have to fill most congressional seats. No Walmart greeters. A large funeral, and a lot of governments falling apart. Japan would fucking collapse.